Today I'm going to share with you 4 more uncomfortable retirement truths. And like last time, I'm going to leave the most important one to the end. So be sure you watch until then. The first one is, if you're not careful, your financial goals are going to continue to move. They're going to continue to grow. We call that the goalposts moving. So let's say you and your spouse's goal was to save $1.5 million. You've worked hard, you've saved, you finally have that $1.5 million. But you know what? You say, we'd feel a lot more comfortable if we had another 500,000. And some creep is okay, right? And you could say that it's giving you a cushion in case you get bad market returns. But you have to be careful, because it's really easy to go from some cushion to the goalpost constantly moving. And I think a good way to keep that from happening is just to remember, the goal isn't necessarily to have money in the bank account. That is the tool that gives you what the goal is. And the goal is to have the time, the freedom, and frankly, the health to pursue the activities and to spend time with those that you love. And at our age, we have less and less time remaining. So by letting those goalposts move, we're taking time away from ourselves. So be careful with that. The second uncomfortable truth is transitioning to retirement is hard. Even if you've saved up plenty of money for retirement and you've got that box checked, for many of us, we've been working for 30 or 40 years, maybe longer. It's a huge part of our identity. And unfortunately, it's just going to take some time. I think it's super helpful to be thinking about hobbies, be exploring different things while you are working. In the United States, one of our favorite questions to ask anybody is, so what do you do? What do you do for a living is what they're saying. And I think a way to bypass that and to give an answer to that you're comfortable with is just to share, this is what I like to do with my time. You don't have to, you can say you're retired, but you don't have to, right? This is what I like to do with my time. I like to travel. I like to spend time with my grandkids. I'm big into mountain biking. That's what I like to do, or whatever it is for you. So that's the uncomfortable second truth. The third uncomfortable truth is a little less serious than the others, which is you probably should be paying people to do some of the tasks that you're doing yourself now. If you're still cleaning your house yourself and you can afford it, probably makes sense to pick up that time and let somebody else clean your house, so that you can spend time with your friends, you can spend time with your activities that you like doing, and you can take care of yourself and worry about your health, right? Maybe spend more time grocery shopping, spend more time cooking, go to the gym more often, whatever it is for you. Same thing with lawn mowing. I would argue actually managing your investments. I'll leave a link in the description for where you can find a fee-only financial advisor that's a fiduciary to their clients 100% of the time near you. But these are the types of things that you should outsource just quickly on the financial, managing your portfolio. It can be stressful. It can take a lot of time to do it right. I'm not saying everybody should outsource that, but I think a lot of people should. And also, it's typically one spouse enjoys running the investments and the other doesn't. Just think about when the time comes when you no longer want to do that. So that's the third uncomfortable, truth is you should probably outsource more than you are. And now for the one that I think is most important. But before we get there, I have a quick favor. If you've enjoyed this video, if you're watching this far, do me a favor, take a quick second, hit the like button. It really does help me out. I'm a young growing channel, and it helps other people find videos like this as well. And leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this list, and if there's other uncomfortable retirement truths that I should talk about in a future video. So let's jump into it. The most important uncomfortable truth is you're most susceptible to negative market returns when you first retire, unfortunately, right? If you're gonna, let's say that there's gonna be a year sometime in your 30 years, your 40 years that you're retired, let's say that there's gonna be a year where your portfolio is down 30%, maybe 40%. You would much rather that happen at the end of your retirement rather than the beginning. And just for easy math, let's just say 1 year during your 30-year retirement, your portfolio is going to be down 50%. And let's say you retired with $2 million. boy, you'd much rather have that happen in the last couple years of retirement as opposed to in your first year of retirement. Say your $2 million portfolio get cut down to $1 million, right? That's going to be a very scary thing, which is why you want to have the right asset allocation. And I'd also argue it's why you might want to consider working with a professional just to make sure you get that asset allocation right. You protect yourself from downside sufficiently, so your first year out of the gate, if it's a really scary year, you don't react in a way that's going to make it worse. So those are the 4 uncomfortable retirement truths. I hope you found them helpful. Until next time, I'm Azul, reminding you, you're only young once. Be sure to use the youth of your senior years wisely. Take care.